to this week's episode of Fanfit's House. I'm Emma.
And I'm Gaby. And this week we're going to be having some fun with Harry Potter. So we're going to start with sorting some characters from other fandoms, and we're going to talk about some fan theories and unpopular opinions.
That's right. Now, we here at Fanfit's House stand by the fact that hate of any kind has no place on our pages, period.
Yes, for sure. On any of our social medias or any of our personal pages.
Oh, yeah.
So, shall we get started?
Of course.
Awesome.
So, I wrote in our notes a little bit about the different traits of the Hogwarts houses. And I thought we would just go through them before we start actually sorting the characters.
Yeah.
So, the different traits of the Hogwarts houses, with Gryffindor, it is brave, chivalrous, daring, confident, valiant, and courageous.
With Hufflepuffs, that's going to be loyalty, tolerance, patience, hardworking, friendly, and dedication, and that's Emma's house.
Yes. I love Hufflepuff. Our video listeners could see me,
she's all flipping her hair. It's real cute.
Ravenclaw is next, and they are wisdom, intellectual, clever, sharp-minded, logical, and creativity.
And Slytherin are last. Woo woo.
Your house.
Yep, and we're cunning, determined, ambitious, resourceful, innovative, and accomplished.
Yep. So we kept all of our opinions on this fandom sorting a secret.
Yes.
Shall we get started?
Of course.
Okay, so our first category for the fandom sorting is Disney princesses.
Yes, our girls, our queens, love them.
Woo. Yep, and we're going to go in release order because that was the easiest way to make the list.
Way, yeah.
So the first one we're starting with is Snow White.
Mm-hmm. I said Hufflepuff for Snow White.
Same.
Yeah.
My immediate thoughts were, upon finding the dwarf's cottage, she just immediately goes and cleans their house.
Yeah, she's like, let me help you.
And she's so patient with them. I mean,
oh my gosh, yes.
Do you see her with Grumpy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I am a Hufflepuff,
definitely.
and I don't think I could handle Grumpy.
Yeah, that one's a no-brainer, Hufflepuff. I think the first three are, no-brainers.
Yeah. So then our next girl is Cinderella.
Cinderella.
What'd you say?
And I said Hufflepuff as well. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, again, hardworking. She spends most of her time cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, and she takes care of the animals and, she fights Lucifer to take care of Gus.
She remains loyal to the Step family even when they treat her like garbage.
Yeah.
Absolute trash.
Mm-hmm.
And then our last girl,
Aurora. Of the first three.
Yeah. Of the first three. Aurora.
Is Aurora, yeah.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, Hufflepuff.
We don't really get to see much of her, but what we do
the small
is...
bit, yeah.
She's very friendly. She's very patient.
Yeah,
no-brainer.
Agreed. And again, another one who just kind of makes friends with all the aminals.
Yep.
I said aminals on purpose for those of you who think I just said it on accident. I said it on purpose.
Okay. I wasn't sure myself.
I said it on purpose. It's an inside joke.
Okay.
With me and Zach. It's cute.
Our next girl, jumping all the way to 89 from the
from
1950
to 89. Yeah. Big jump.
Is Ariel.
Mm-hmm. Who I said is a Gryffindor.
I did too. And I prefaced this by saying it's not just because she looks like a Weasley.
I mean, yes. But it's
she's literally red hair and really into Muggle items.
Yeah.
She's a Weasley.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
she is Arthur Weasley.
Yeah. It's mostly because she's really brave and she stands up to her father and she
also
her whole life,
saves Eric's life more than once.
Multiple times. And her whole life she's been told, oh, the humans are bad. But the whole time she's like, no, they're not bad.
No.
She went, no.
Excuse me? No.
Yeah. So then next is Emma's girl, her fave. You want to introduce her?
Belle. My Ravenclaw princess.
Oh yeah, for sure, Ravenclaw. Without a doubt.
There could be an argument made that she's a Hermione type Gryffindor, but I see her more Ravenclaw with Gryffindor traits.
Yeah, I agree.
than Gryffindor with Ravenclaw traits, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree.
Yeah. It's not just because Emma Watson played Belle.
Played Bill. Yes, not just because of that.
No.
But I agree with you 100%. Next we have Jasmine. And I said she's a Gryffindor.
Okay.
Because, hear me out. Because she's super courageous and, like, she does whatever she has to do to, like, help her people, right? Like, when Jafar becomes the Sultan, she takes that upon herself to, like, take care of her people, you know?
True.
And, like, she is, like, the type of person, right? Her literal line is, I'm not a prize to be won, right? She is, like, iconic feminist queen. So that's why I said she's a Gryffindor.
Whereas I said Slytherin because of her ambition to, like, be her own person and the same line. I am not a prize to be won.
That is very fair.
And there are good Slytherins.
There are.
Yeah. You know, Andromeda Black / Tonks, the mother of Nymphadora.
Yeah.
And Regulus Black and Narcissa Black / Malfoy, depending on what era we're talking about.
I like how all of them are from the House of Black.
I know, right? I mean, we don't really get to see that many well, they're all, like, in the major 10 pureblood families. Yeah. So they're all gonna be either the, like, House of Black, the House of Malfoy.
Yeah.
Whatever others there are. The Lestranges.
Yeah. But, like, she's from the House of Black, too, so.
True.
We never really ever see that much about
No, because there's not that many.
About the Lestranges. I mean, what was even her husband's name? I don't even remember.
Rodolphus?
Oh, there you go. See? He's so insignificant in my mind.
I'm on House of Black TikTok because I cosplay Andromeda.
I am also on House of Black TikTok. I love her stuff.
I know, right?
Yeah, go follow them on TikTok. House of Black. Noble House of Black. I think that's not what they're actually called, though. I think it's her personal account, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should move on.
Yeah, so what'd you say for Pocahontas?
I said Slytherin for Pocahontas.
I said Gryffindor.
For the same reasons you said Slytherin for Jasmine,
I said Slytherin for Pocahontas.
Yeah. Okay, so just flip them. Okay, yeah. Cool.
I mean, she risks her life to save her village and John Smith.
Yeah.
That was my big... I almost sorted her at one point into Hufflepuff because Color of the Wind is a very Hufflepuff song for me.
I could see that. I think just around the river bend is what convinces me that she's a Gryffindor. Or that she's a Slytherin.
Okay. And it could be either one.
Yeah. I mean, they're very similar, like the Sorting Hat says, right? It could have been either one.
Yeah.
So, they're very similar.
Oh, yeah.
So,
do we even have to say the next one?
She's
100% a Gryffindor and nothing else. Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah, there's no way she is anything else. 100% Gryffindor.
She, like, literally signs up to fight in a war, even though she could get killed for being a woman.
Yeah, 100% Gryffindor.
Yeah. What about our next girl?
Next is gonna be Queen Tiana. Love her. Yes, I said she's a Ravenclaw.
Okay. That was not one of the two. I was in between.
Oh, really? Okay. So I said she's a Ravenclaw because she's, like, super, like, smart and super, like, logical, right? Like, when they're on the river and they're singing about, like, when we're human, right? And she's saying, like, you know, when I'm a human being, at least I'm gonna act like a human being and I'm gonna, like, work hard and I'm gonna do my best every single day. Yeah. That's what convinced me that she's a Ravenclaw. Plus, she's super creative. Like, she's really, like, cooking, that's an art. Yeah. And she is amazing.
So I was in between and tied for Hufflepuff and Slytherin, and I ultimately decided Slytherin for her. Because
that's fair.
She's so determined in following her and her father's dream the entire movie.
That
true.
Is
her entire motivation. And I mean, even the line in Almost there ain't nothing gonna stop me now, I'm almost there.
Yeah. So,
I also said Hufflepuff because, like, she's very hardworking.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of them can go either way, especially with these more stronger, more independent
Yeah.
ladies, like Tiana and like Belle and like Pocahontas, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They're not so one way. So it's like they're more multidimensional than some of the earlier princesses. So it's a little bit more difficult to put them into one group.
And next is your girl.
My favorite, Rapunzel. I love her. She's my girl. 100% a Hufflepuff.
Okay.
You don't think she's No. She is definitely a Hufflepuff.
Okay,
Because she has such Hufflepuff energy when she walks into the Snuggly Duckling and she's just like, hello, and she starts singing with them. Like, that
True.
is like...
I was
like,
in between Hufflepuff and the house I ended up choosing for her because of her creativity and all that stuff. Because when I think of Rapunzel, I think of all of her murals all over her room, in her palace in the Tangled series, and even her tower.
Yeah.
So I chose Ravenclaw.
I thought of her more based off of her demeanor.
Okay.
Like the way she acts. I feel like she radiates Hufflepuff energy for me.
Yeah, I was like, almost like, I don't want to say like Luna Lovegood Ravenclaw vibes, but that's the best example.
Yeah, I understand that. I get that.
Yeah.
So next,
do we even have to say the next?
Merida, of course, Gryffindor.
Her movie's called Brave.
Yeah, she's literally like, I wrote in my notes, prime Gryffindor.
My only note for Merida is her movie is literally called Brave.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, she is like the epitome of Gryffindor.
Yes.
Except for she doesn't wear red, she wears green, so therefore
True.
Slytherin.
True.
No, I'm just kidding.
She's
definitely Gryffindor. No. I mean, she's very ambitious when it comes to like figuring out what the wisps are, and like when she like wants to get her mom back. But I wouldn't really call that an ambition. I would call that more of a desire.
Yeah.
You know?
This next one, I was in between Hufflepuff and Gryffindor.
Oh, I said Hufflepuff.
I said Gryffindor.
The
next one is Anna, for those of you who do not know.
Who don't know off the top of your head what that list is. Yeah, the next one is Anna. And I just said, again, like based off of demeanor, I feel like she has a very Hufflepuff demeanor, very trusting. But
she's never afraid to take risks in order to save the people she loves the most. We see this both in Frozen 1 and Frozen 2. If you don't want me to run into fire, don't go into fire.
Yeah. I mean, but there are brave Hufflepuffs. I mean, look at Cedric Diggory.
True.
So, I mean, it's not that far-fetched of a confidence.
Don't.
Yeah. Don't call me Nymphadora.
I was about to say, don't forget about my girl.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, definitely. Both of them are brave Hufflepuffs.
Yeah.
Next we have Elsa, Queen Elsa. I kind of debated on this one a little bit, but I
hardcore debated between three houses.
I debated between two.
Okay.
I ended up settling on Slytherin, debating between Gryffindor and Slytherin.
Oh, I chose Ravenclaw because of her creativity with building that freaking ice castle.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Architecture.
But, okay, I think you're right. I think I'm actually going to change my answer. I think you're right. Now that I'm reading it, I'm like, did I do it just for the vibes? I think I might have done it just for the vibes. I think you're right. I think, actually, I'm changing my mind. You're right, Ravenclaw.
Yes.
You convinced me.
My whole thing was, like, freaking ice castle. You have to be smart to build architecture.
Yep. That's fair.
Yeah.
And last but not least, one of my other favorite girls, we got Miss Moana. I said she's a Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's pretty brave to do that.
Yeah. What other house?
Yeah. I mean, who else would leave their home to go find a demigod to save their island? Like, who else would do that? Harry Potter.
So our next category is Star Wars.
Yeah, the topic of our last episode.
Yeah.
So I think we can, considering we just talked about all these characters, I think we can kind of fly through them a little bit faster.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no problem. So we're doing the 3 main trios from each of the trilogies. So
Yes.
Luke, Han, Leia, Padme, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Rey, Finn, and Poe.
Yep. So I said for Luke, Hufflepuff.
Same.
He is.
My first note is he is the Cedric Diggory of Star Wars.
Yeah, he is. He really is. I mean, just I was going to Tashi Station to get some power converters. Like, oh gosh, can he be any more of a nerd? I love it.
I love him.
I do too.
Next, Han Solo.
Slytherin.
Yeah, Slytherin.
More for the vibes than anything. I don't think he like really.
Though he does
shows.
give off Gryffindor with like daring and courageous and every
And like the kind
situation,
of jerky Gryffindor vibes.
Yeah, like the James Sirius of
Yeah,
Gryffindors.
I get that too. But I don't know.
Which makes our next girl, for me at least, the Lily Evans.
Yeah, I feel like he gives off a little bit of
We're
like Draco vibes.
True. Yeah,
to me, I don't know.
Yeah.
So next is Leia. I said Ravenclaw. I'm sure you said Gryffindor. Yeah.
I
said
I did it based on like Hufflepuff or not Hufflepuff, Hermione Gryffindor.
I did it. I said
Hermione
it more
Gryffindor.
because I think she's a good leader, and I feel like Ravenclaws have those skills like that she has that make her a good leader. So that's mainly why I said she was Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I literally wrote she's a Hermione type Gryffindor. She's smart and capable, but
very much so.
Bravery and boldness is prominent in every decision she makes.
Very much so. I feel like she's like a Luna, right? Brave,
True.
But a Ravenclaw, right?
Okay.
Ravenclaw with Gryffindor traits. But I mean, it could go either way.
So what about Leia and Luke's mama?
For Padme, I said Ravenclaw as well.
Same.
Okay. Mainly because she's really like level-headed, especially when it comes to like big decisions in the Senate.
My note is she literally ran a whole planet, the planet of Naboo, as queen at 14 and then went right into becoming a senator in her 20s.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
Can you imagine that? We're both 20.
No, I could not imagine being in charge of a whole group of people at 20. Like, no. I can barely take care of myself. Excuse me.
Same.
And then
Anakin.
I said Slytherin for the same reason I said Han is a Slytherin.
Oh, I said Gryffindor.
I assume it's the James Sirius type Gryffindor as well.
Yeah, and it was also more so like going off of Clone Wars.
Okay.
Than the prequels.
Him
in the Clone Wars is stupid brave and reckless.
Very Gryffindor
he is
in
very
the series.
Gryffindor in the series.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know.
That was more so why I chose.
Okay, you also convinced me for this one. There you go. 2 points for you. Obi-Wan.
Ravenclaw.
Gryffindor.
I also based it off of the Clone Wars.
Nah, this one I'm gonna stick to. I think he's very Gryffindor, very brave.
I was in between Gryffindor and Ravenclaw, and I chose Ravenclaw over Gryffindor because if anything, he would have been a Hermione type Gryffindor, but I don't see that. I see him more Ravenclaw with Gryffindor tendencies than Gryffindor with Ravenclaw tendencies. I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Gryffindor for this one.
Yeah.
So then Rey. What'd you say for Rey?
I said Rey Skywalker's the Gryffindor.
Same.
Okay.
Again, stupid brave. Just like go straight
like
into
Harry, just like
Yep.
James. Just like serious. Just like every one of them.
Yep.
What about Finn?
I said he's a Hufflepuff.
Same.
He's such a little Hufflepuff. He's like a little squish, and I love him.
Yes. He's so loyal to Poe right after just meeting him.
Oh, totally. He instantly is like, okay, this is it. This is the person This is my Slytherin sneak peek. This is my Slytherin buddy. Yeah, he's a
textbook Gryffindor. Brave, determined, cocky, confident, daring. That's 5 of the 6 traits that we said earlier.
Nah, I'm sticking by it.
Okay.
Damn it. Dang it, you're right. Why are you so much better at this than I am?
I don't know. I think it's because my friends and I used to, like, sort other fandoms, not, like, necessarily Star Wars, because this was pre the sequels coming out.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Though, I'm very mixed on my opinions for what I chose for the next category.
So the next category is going to be the original Avengers. So it's going to be the original 6 plus
Bruce Banner.
Yeah, we split up Hulk and Bruce Banner
because they're two different people.
They're totally different.
Yeah.
So for Captain America, I said Gryffindor.
Same.
Yeah. Duh.
What else?
Yeah, he's like in the original Captain America, he is literally the face of the United States Army for World War II. Like,
exactly.
He is the face of bravery in his first movie. So it's like,
he is the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And his Slytherin counterpart.
Oh, no.
No?
No.
He's so ambitious.
No, I said Ravenclaw. The next one is Iron Man, by the way, you guys.
Yeah. No.
I
was
Ravenclaw.
in between Ravenclaw and Slytherin. I chose Slytherin.
I think he's
so
a Ravenclaw
ambitious.
with Slytherin tendencies.
Yeah, I was going off of the first Iron Man movie.
Okay, I haven't seen the first Iron Man movie in forever, and I really don't like the first Iron Man movie.
True.
So I'm going off, like, Avengers and, like, Age of Ultron.
I do agree that Avengers, like, 2012 Avengers on, he is more Ravenclaw with Slytherin tendencies, but when we're first introduced to him, he's very Slytherin.
Very Slytherin, yeah. But I think he's a Ravenclaw after the Avengers.
My phone thought I said, "Hey Siri," somewhere in that.
I have no idea. Okay, that's weird.
Yes.
So next is our OG queen.
No.
Black Widow.
No. Okay.
Did I skip one? Oh, shoot, I skipped
Hawkeye.
one. Very, very appropriate. Most people skip over him.
True.
I love him, but a lot of people
do
skip
too.
over him, and it makes me really sad.
Same.
So for Hawkeye, I said Hufflepuff.
Same.
He's a Hufflepuff. He's like so loyal to Nat.
Oh
Like
my gosh.
so stinking loyal.
I just watched Endgame, like, what, 2 or 3 nights ago? I was texting you during it.
Yeah. She was like, Gabby, I'm crying. I can't right now.
Yes, and yeah, he's such a Hufflepuff. Do you see him that entire, like, cliff scene with Nat?
Yeah, he's
Spoilers
such a
for
Hufflepuff.
Endgame.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, Endgame has been out for like over 4 years. If they
True.
haven't seen it by now, it's their fault.
True. Now
next-
our queen.
Now is our queen, Miss Natasha Romanoff, Miss Black
Yes.
Widow.
Yes.
I said Slytherin.
Same.
I think the artwork with her and Clint as Slytherin and Hufflepuff buddies.
They're the Slytherin and Hufflepuff best friends, just like
They
you
are.
and I.
Yes, exactly. And it's adorable. And I love it.
I love
I'm here
Slytherin
for it.
Hufflepuff relationships. I mean, look at Andromeda and Ted Tonks.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Love them.
100%. Okay, next we have Mr. God of Thunder, Thor.
Yeah,
I said Gryffindor.
I did too.
Yeah.
Siri
That
was trying
one's-
to go off again. I'm sorry.
Siri said beach.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, he is textbook Gryffindor, and Loki, I know that we don't have Loki on our list, but Loki is textbook Slytherin.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They are literally
Harry
the
and
Harry
Draco,
and
yeah.
Draco together.
Yeah. Oh, look, a snake. I stab you. Like, come on.
Yeah. So the next one is Hulk.
Okay.
And we're just looking at Hulk.
Just Hulk. And I had a really tough time with Hulk because he is so hard to pinpoint.
Oh, I just said Gryffindor.
See, I was like, I don't even know. I said Slytherin, but I'm not really strong on that one. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I feel like at times he can be kind of a Hufflepuff, like especially when it comes to Nat.
Oh, yeah.
Like especially when it comes to Like when they have to do the lullaby to get him to sleep.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's kind of a Hufflepuffy trait to me. But I don't know. I was like, this is so hard to pinpoint. I was like mainly like green, Slytherin, boom.
I was just like, I can't see you in anything else besides Gryffindor.
Agreed.
I can't explain it.
I don't know. It's so hard, especially with Hulk, because he doesn't really have too much of a personality until he's like Bruce Hulk at the end.
And Bruce Hulk is a Ravenclaw.
It's
just Bruce Banner.
It's just Bruce as a giant Hulk. Yeah. And he's a Ravenclaw.
Spoiler alert, Bruce Banner's a Ravenclaw. What else could he be?
He is the most Ravenclaw to a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Ruffalo, though, he is a Hufflepuff.
Yes.
Mark
just
Ruffalo
like Tom
himself.
Holland.
Yes.
Tom Holland is such a Hufflepuff.
I love those posts that are like, sometimes I think Mark Ruffalo forgets that he's famous, too.
Yes. So our last category for fandoms is Broadway, and so we decided to choose 3 of our dream roles.
Yeah. From episode, what was that? 9?
8?
From a long time ago. From episode 8.
Yes.
Awesome. So let's start with yours, Emma.
Okay. So my first one is Baker's Wife from Into the Woods.
And I said Slytherin.
Same. If the end is right, it justifies the beans. Moments in the Woods is just a Slytherin song in general.
Yeah. I don't know. I said Slytherin because I think she's a little bit of a snake. Like, she's kind of cool at the beginning, but then
she'll do whatever it takes to get what she wants, even lie. When her Hufflepuff husband is more reluctant to use deceit, she's just like, it's fine.
Yeah, or like she even cheats on her Hufflepuff husband, which makes me so sad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
makes me mad.
Yeah, makes me so upset. So that's why I said she's a Slytherin. I think she's a snake, and as cool as she is at the beginning, she's very not cool at the end.
Yes. My next one is my girl Anya in Anastasia.
I'm not too familiar with musical Anya, so I went a little bit more based off the movie.
Okay.
I mean, that one I also haven't seen in forever, but I said Ravenclaw.
Okay, I said Gryffindor for musical one. I just saw the musical with our good friend Jay, like, last week, 2 weeks ago. And in her first song that she sings in the show as adult Anya, when we see her in, like, the 20s, it's called In My Dreams, and she literally says, traveling the back roads, sleeping in the woods, keeping up my courage.
Okay, fair. I mean, to be fair, I don't know this show very well at all, so I also, totally take your word for it.
She fully jumps off a train to escape the Russians that are after her to kill her.
I mean, true. That is fair.
That was my other thing. I'm like, she is a rash Gryffindor.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then last one.
Eponine.
From Les Mis.
Yes. She's a serious black Gryffindor.
Uh-huh. That's what I said too.
Her whole family are Slytherins, and she's a Gryffindor.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Agreed.
Her life was cold and dark, yet she was unafraid.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yep. 100%. You're right. Yep. Okay. My turn.
Yes.
So the first one I said Mimi from Rent, of course.
Yes.
And I said she's a Slytherin.
Okay, I was in between Gryffindor and Slytherin.
What did you end up on?
Slytherin.
Yeah. Because I think she's very ambitious, and, like, she really wants to, like, not be a stripper anymore. And she wants to, like, you know, she really wants to be with Roger, and, like, she's, like, trying to prove to him that she can change, and, like, she's very determined to, like, prove to him that she's good for him. And then they get together, and then it's a whole nother mess. But that's for another time.
Yeah, and that's because he is a Gryffindor.
Yeah,
and
for
Gryffindor and Slytherin relationships are never great.
No, they are,
They are a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah. Next I said Nina from In the Heights.
I was
another
listening
queen.
to this musical literally right before we got on.
Yeah, another Latina queen. And I said she's a Ravenclaw.
Yes.
because, right, she was the first in her family to go to college. She goes to freaking
Stanford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of a no-brainer for me. And then last, I said Louise from Gypsy.
I don't know Gypsy, like, at all, so I'm going to let you take
Okay. I wanted to throw in one classic one, because, I mean, I know we have Eponine, but...
I almost put, Liesl Von Trapp from Sound of Music, but I was like, she's just a Hufflepuff.
She is.
Like, no other thing.
Yeah. So I threw her in there just to be a little bit, so we have a little bit more of a classic queen. And I said she's a Hufflepuff because at the beginning of the show, and for a good majority of the show, she's pretty blindly loyal to Rose, her mom. And she just kind of follows whatever Rose says. She says, oh, Louise do this, Louise do that, Louise do this. And then once June is like, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm out, and she leaves with Tulsa, then she tells Louise, she's like, Louise, the show is going to be about you, baby. And Louise is like, okay. So, and like her whole life, she's always been in the background, and now her mom is trying to make her a star, and she's very uncomfortable with it, but she goes with it anyway. And especially towards the end, when she's at the burlesque theater, and they're like, do it anyway, do it. And she does it anyway because her mom says what to do, and she keeps running back to her mom. She's very loyal to her, even though Rose has put her through so much crap. The only time that she's not too loyal to her is towards the end, when she is Miss Gypsy Rose Lee, right? Now that she's become whoever, this alter ego, this burlesque queen that she is. That's when she finally kind of shifts from that Hufflepuff, but I still think she's more of the brave type Hufflepuff at the end, very Cedric Diggory.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Well,
there's that.
Really interesting. Shall we get on to some fan theories?
For sure. I'm so excited for some of these.
So I got all of these off of Reddit, like last time.
Yes, Reddit coming in.
Reddit has
clutch.
Harry Potter fan theory pages and
up the wazoo.
Star Wars fan theory pages, so it just made sense.
And there's millions of posts on these pages.
Yes.
There's so many.
So I chose my favorite 3.
Okay.
The first one is Ron is a hidden seer. And this is more so going off of book Ron from the descriptions in this.
Yes, I agree.
It says that his leaves reading in divination class that he does for Harry have predictions that end up being true. He predicts that Harry will have money in his future, and he would win 1,000 galleons literally the next year in the Triwizard Tournament, and have future contact with the Minister of Magic, which of course, this is book 3.
Yeah, and it definitely comes into play, especially after the Goblet of Fire, especially during
when they're ridiculing Harry for saying that Voldemort's back when he's actually back.
Exactly.
Other predictions.
I was trying to remember which one it was, and it was just like not coming to my brain. I was like, which one is after Goblet of Fire?
Order of the Phoenix. And his predictions in his star charts in Goblet of Fire come true. He predicts that he will be stabbed in the back by a close friend, and then proceeds to sulk about thinking that Harry is hiding how he entered the tournament. And then he analyzes his dream of playing Quidditch just weeks before making the team for the first time.
Yeah. Which, like, Harry barely even knew what Quidditch was, and, like, how was Ron supposed to know that?
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, okay, yep, I believe this.
That's kind of the one that kind of throws it. That's like the last little thing that convinces me, you know?
Yeah.
The other ones I'm like, okay.
Oh,
okay.
I believe the last one. I don't believe this next one.
Yeah, I don't believe this next one either. I think this next one is just kind of...
Yeah, I don't... Yeah.
The last one, I 100% believe.
Which one's the last one? Oh, the one I was saying that was the last one. Okay. So the next one is the Dursleys hate the Horcrux. I'm sorry. No. But we'll go into the theory. We know from the trio's experience with the locket being around, that being around a Horcrux for long periods of time have severe side effects in regard to mood. And this whole thing has to do with the Horcrux inside of Harry and the Dursleys hating him for that. No. They hated Lily Potter so much. They, like...
Petunia despised Lily because of how jealous she was of her.
Yes.
Yeah, that's... No.
I could see it pertaining to Dudley, but not the entire Dursleys.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, even there's a deleted scene from Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Oh, I love that.
Have you seen it?
It's supposed to be it's in the book.
Yeah, it is, but it's not in the movie.
No, and it makes me mad because we get redemption for Dudley.
For Dudley, yeah. Because he says, he goes up to Harry and he gives him a hug, or he shakes his hand.
Shakes his hand.
Yeah, he shakes his hand and he said, what does he say? I never hated you or something like that?
No, he's like, I never thought you were a waste of space.
Or that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and that, like, broke my heart. See, you remember, I've only seen it once or twice, and now
it's because I think it's exactly what he says in the book.
In the book, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
True. And this next one, I full-heartedly believe.
100%. This one is 100%.
Yes, I, like, literally have so much evidence pertaining to this one.
Yeah, this one is, like, undeniable. Yes.
So it is that Crookshanks, which is Hermione's pet cat that she adopts in Prisoner of Azkaban, is the Potter's cat. And this theory,
100%.
Main piece of evidence is in the book Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Harry, while at Grimmauld Place, reads a letter written by his mother, Lily, to Sirius, and in the letter it states, "Thank you for Harry's birthday present. It was his favorite by far. 1-year-old and already zooming around on a toy broomstick. He looked so pleased with himself. I'm enclosing a picture so you can see. You know, it only rises about 2 feet off the ground, but he nearly killed the cat."
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's pretty, like, clear.
That they had a cat. We don't know what happened to said cat the night that they kind of died.
Yeah, but most people assume that it lived because, like, why would Voldemort kill the cat? It's a cat.
Exactly. It's a cat.
You know? Like, I mean,
and then there's more evidence.
Yeah, I know. There's tons more. I was going to say really quick, though, that one could argue that he could be like, oh, well, maybe it's somebody's animagus form, but I don't know. I don't think he'd think about that.
No, I don't think he would.
No.
There's more proof for this theory in the books, being that Crookshanks' interactions with Scabbers / Peter Pettigrew and, what do they call Sirius Black? Because they call him not Padfoot. They call him something weird. Like Harry and company call him something weird, don't they?
I thought they always just called him Sirius. They
no,
don't call
when he's
him
in dog
Padfoot
form.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking this up. This is not going to be helpful.
No, not at all.
Because they have a nickname for him in the book, I know. It might not be in the movie.
It's
Snuffles.
not in the movie.
Snuffles.
Snuffles?
Yes. The trio calls him Snuffles.
What in the world? This is ridiculous. Serious. I am a dog. Black is not named Snuffles. No.
Yes. That's what the trio calls him.
I don't like this.
When he's, like, in public with them, they're just like, yeah, this is my dog Snuffles.
Okay, whatever.
But upon meeting Scabbers, Crookshanks immediately detects that he's a fraud.
Yeah.
And is continually attacking and chasing Scabbers.
Yeah, he's, like, on attack mode as soon as he meets Scabbers. He's like, nyang, nyang, nyang.
And then when he encounters Sirius, they just, like, team up together and try to kill Scabbers even more.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so Neasels, which is what Crookshanks is part, are known for detecting untrustworthy people, and Crookshanks seems extra determined to expose Peter as Scabbers.
Which is fair. I mean, he's a snake.
If he was the Potter's family cat, he would have witnessed James and Lily's murder, and he might also be able to sense Peter's involvement because, you know, they probably had that conversation about who the secret keeper was going to be.
Yeah.
in front of the cat because it's probably at their house, so the cat's gonna be there.
Yeah.
This theory is 100% true.
Yeah, 100%. Like, unrefutable. 100%.
Oh, yeah. Shall we get on to the last category we have for tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Let's move on to some Harry Potter opinions. Now, some of these are kind of popular, some of these are kind of unpopular. My opinions on some of these are very unpopular. Yeah, that one.
Which one?
The one you just highlighted.
Oh, the one I accidentally highlighted?
Yeah, that one.
We had the same opinion on that one.
Okay, cool.
So the first one is
actually, wait, that is not the one. Sorry.
No.
It's this one. This is the one that I think is going to be very unpopular.
Oh, yeah. No,
my opinion.
I don't agree with you on that one.
I know a lot of people don't.
So that's our last one. So our first one is Harry Potter never should have been an R after, I hate that word, R?
Or? I don't know. I've always said or. Yeah. It's a bad word.
Probably the Southern in me is just ruining this pronunciation.
You're like,
Yeah.
I think it's or. I don't know.
Or, yeah. That sounds right. Wizard cop.
There you go.
Harry Potter never should have been a wizard cop after finally ending the fight against Voldemort.
Okay. So this one bugs me a little bit. Not as much as the other ones. Just a little bit. It just, like, bothers me that he would voluntarily go work for the Ministry after they literally discredited his entire name. Like, they just tried to discredit him for, like, 3 years.
Yes. And my other thing is, I'm sorry, Harry never wanted to be in the fight against Voldemort. Why would he spend his entire career there? He thrived teaching Defense Against the Dark Arts. We see that in Order of the Phoenix. Why isn't he a professor?
Exactly. That's what I said. I said he was much better suited to be the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also said, what did I say? Oh, I said, I was going into my explanation as to why the Ministry sucks. And I said, Harry would say the Voldemort's back, and then they instantly would try to cover it up and say, no, what are you talking about? He's lying. He who shall not be named is not back. What? Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Yeah.
That's why I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed because I'm like, the Ministry is trash.
Yeah.
That's it.
So the next one is that Harry Potter shouldn't have named his second son after Snape and Dumbledore. Yes.
Yeah. There are so many other people in his life he could have named him after.
Yes. And I know that you mentioned 2 in yours, and I have a rebuttal to those 2 in mine. So
I have a rebuttal in my own.
Well, yeah.
I said he could have named him Arthur or after Arthur or Fred. I think, okay, as much as I love the idea of that, I was thinking about it and I was like, no, okay, having 2 Arthurs would be very confusing. And then with Fred, it would probably kill George every single time.
George names his own son Fred.
Oh, there you go. Never mind.
Yeah, he has 2 kids with Angelina, whatever her name is, from the Quidditch team.
Yeah.
You know, Fred's date to the U-Ball.
To the U-Ball.
George marries her.
He's all, you dated my brother. Let me raise you. Me.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, no, to Fred. And also to Remus, he's raising Teddy Lupin. So he has someone in the Lupin family.
But he could. I mean,
he could. But that's what J.K. Rowling has said, is that he wouldn't name it because he has Teddy Lupin.
Because, okay, I mean, yes, but, I mean, if he's gonna name one of his kids James Sirius, he should at least do something for Remus, even if it's just a middle name.
Exactly.
Even if it's, like, I don't know, something else. But, like, yeah. One of the suggestions I said is ridiculously terrible.
Wait, what is it? Mine are okay.
It's really bad. So one of the suggestions I have is he could name him Remus Hedwig, or the other way around.
I'm sorry. I am still very angry that none of Harry's kids are named after Rubius Hagrid, after Hagrid literally being the biggest father figure. I'm sorry. Lily Ruby Potter.
Yeah. That would be cute. as much as I love an alliteration, Lily Luna just does not roll
I'm
off
sorry,
the tongue
Luna's
very
still
nicely
alive
for
and she
me.
does not deserve.
That's what I said. I said, why is he gonna name his kid after Luna? Like, she did not that much. Like, they were friends,
nothing.
but they weren't that close,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay, make her the godmother. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Yeah,
But,
make her godmother. Change her name, though. I was like, what about Minerva?
Yeah, Lily Minerva.
That would have been cute.
Yeah.
Or, like, Minnie for short, you know? That would be cute.
Yeah. But also, we have more characters that I was thinking of that died during the Wizarding War that made more sense than Albus Severus. Like Cedric.
Yeah.
Like Alistair Moody.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
There's a ton of other
Come on,
people
Harry.
that he could have done. Yeah. I think Albus Severus is a terrible choice.
Yes.
Granted, I think many names in the Harry Potter universe are terrible choices.
True.
I mean, I already said one, Minerva. I'm like, that kid would get bullied so hard.
Especially and Albus and Severus and Sirius and Remus.
Cho Chang. Really? That one? Don't even get me started on that one.
Yeah.
All I have to say is really.
Why did Harry name him after Dumbledore? We've talked about my opinions on Dumbledore.
We've already established how Dumbledore is terrible.
Is gaslighting Harry the entire book series.
Yeah, and it's literally just
like Snape.
Like helping him to kill him.
Yeah. Speaking of Snape,
you're gonna not like me after this one.
Do you see how long my dissertation about my opinions on this is?
I mean, mine's about the same length. Yours is a little longer.
Mine is way longer.
A little bit.
So the next one is that Draco deserves redemption and not Snape. Yes.
I said, okay.
We have the same opinion on Draco getting redemption. I will say that.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. I agree and disagree. I don't think it should be one or the other. I think Draco definitely deserved redemption because he's a kid. Kids make mistakes. Things happen.
And I mean, also look at the home environment he was brought into.
Yeah. I mean,
Aunt Bellatrix, Father Lucius, his grandmother who threw out her own child for marrying a Muggle-born.
Yeah. That's kind of messed up. I also
his great aunt who throws out Sirius.
Yeah, his
great aunt.
No,
because it's Bellatrix's aunt that throws out Sirius, and his mother's aunt that throws out Sirius. Right. So his great aunt.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. But I also don't think that Snape should. I almost called him Shape. I don't think that Snape should be denied a redemption either. I mean, yes, he's very terrible in the movies, and he does, and in the books, and he's purposefully being a jerk, and he does a lot of bad things. Yes, I agree with that stuff, and especially that whole unrequited love things for Lily. That thing's weird.
Also, my two biggest problems with Snape that make him unforgivable, in my opinion, are him telling 14-year-old Hermione, after her teeth had been literally enlarged to be gigantic, that he sees no difference. And then being the literal greatest fear to one of his students. No teacher should ever be the literal greatest fear.
That's fair.
Especially when said student had his parents crucioed. How? What did I almost say?
You said crucified. No, they were not crucified. They were crucioed.
They were not crucified. They were crucioed.
I mean, yes. Okay, yes. Those are very bad things. Granted, only one of those happens in the movies. And I am not as familiar with the books.
Yeah, his parents, like, literally do not remember who he is.
Yeah, I know that. I do know that. Yeah.
Because of how badly they were crucioed by Bellatrix.
Yeah. That's why he lives with his grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand that.
His greatest fear is not Bellatrix or being crucioed. It's his own teacher.
Yeah, but there are a lot of... Okay, personally, I had many teachers that I was terrified of.
Yeah.
I mean, and... Okay, think about it. I mean, Snape is very intimidating as a person. I mean, I'm not defending him. I don't think that it's like, I think those are very not good things. Yeah. But I also don't think that this character should be like True. I don't think he should be denied a redemptive arc just because of these things, right? There are characters that have done way worse things that have gotten redemptive arcs and become like very well beloved characters. Anakin Skywalker.
You see, and then I'm over here praying for a certain character in Bad Batch to get a redemption arc.
Yeah, see, exactly, things like that.
I'm not gonna say who because I know you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
but I know you've seen my content. So.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I think he's complicated. I think just because he has done bad things doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve to be redeemed.
Yeah.
Like Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader
murdered a whole bunch of children.
Yeah. Murdered a bunch of children, blew up an entire planet, like multiple planets.
I was about to be like, how many planets?
Multiple planets.
I was like, 2 Death Stars, how many planets?
Yeah. Like, has killed multiple people. And yet he still has a redemptive arc. Does he not deserve that now? I think he does. I think he still does. I think it's okay. Because it's more for Luke than it is for Anakin. It's more of a, like, closure for Luke, you know? And I think in Sirius's case... Sorry, not Sirius. Snape's case... Too many characters are all floating around in my brain.
That's why I said Hermione instead of Hufflepuff earlier.
I know. But in Snape's case, I think it's something very similar, where it's just because of this one thing. It's more of a closure for Harry than it is for Snape. It's more of a redemption for Harry to be able to say, okay, you know, like, close that door. And it puts a nice little ribbon on it for Harry, so that way it's not haunting him for the rest of his life that this thing happened to him and that this, you know, whatever happened to him is haunting him for the rest of his life. It's a very nice way to complete that for him.
Yeah.
So I think it's that's why. There.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yep. Anyway, shall we wrap this baby up?
Sure.
The last thing that we're going to talk about today is why I like saying dairy, but Emma thinks I say it wrong.
It's dreary.
No, it is dairy.
No. You are incorrect.
Okay, saying with the first R is so hard.
But it's because it's Draco.
Just I know, like the ship Drapple. Stop. No.
You know what that's in reference to, right?
I know exactly what that's in reference to.
It's in reference to the great apple he's eating in Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yes. Oh my god. Stop. The memes are too much for me right now. I've seen too many memes. And especially right now on TikTok, it's making this crazy resurgence right now.
Oh, yeah.
It is
because Draco Talk is such a big thing.
It is. Draco Talk is enormous.
Yeah.
Let's talk about him for a second. Let's just talk about Draco for a second. Okay. I think people romanticize him far too much.
Yes. Just like Kylo Ren, in my opinion.
Yes. I think they give him far too much credit, and they make him seem they make him seem much better than he actually is.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a sentence. And
it's only because it's Tom Felton playing him, and I almost said Tom Holland.
Yeah. We're tired. It's okay. I haven't eaten. It's late for Emma. It's fine.
It's only 10 o'clock. This is when we're usually starting.
Oh, gosh. It feels like it's midnight here, and it's only 7 o'clock. But anyway, it's fine. Yeah. I just think people think he's cute, and they think he's a good character. He's not that good of a character. He's not a well-rounded character. He's like kind of, not really. I don't know, that whole thing where he's just like, when Voldemort's back and he's holding Harry's like supposedly lifeless body, and he just like goes over there. I'm like, bruh. I mean, I understand the want to be with your parents, and I think Narcissa had part of that. Like, she was like, come here and like, I'll like protect, like, as a more.
And I mean, Narcissa never got the Death Eater
The Dark Mark, yeah.
Yeah, she never got the Dark Mark.
So she's not technically a Death Eater, so I think I would like to see her redemptive arc. I think that would be very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
To see her, kick Lucius out of the house.
I'm on House of Black TikTok. Mm-hmm. I fully believe that she divorced Lucius's ass after Deathly Hallows.
Yeah. But then those people that are like, oh, and then they brought in Harry because he's Draco's boyfriend. I was like, no, absolutely not. If anybody were to take in Harry, it would be Molly, and she did multiple times. No. Oh, I'm so heated about this. I don't like them together. They don't work together.
No, they don't. Never.
We've literally just talked about how Gryffindors and Slytherins don't work together. Mimi and Roger. That's a great example. They don't work together. I mean, they work for a period of time and then they don't, because they just like, they're two strong personalities. It's like Geminis and Virgos. I don't get along with Virgos at all, because we just butt heads the whole time.
And then I'm a Pisces over here just being like,
yeah, you're just chilling.
Hey, friends. Wow, the Hufflepuff in me is really coming out right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's like,
there are some ships in Harry Potter that are gay that would work.
Yeah.
At certain times. Wolfstar is my biggest one. Them in Hogwarts would work. Them out of Hogwarts would not work. Are you thinking about who Wolfstar is?
Yes!
It's Remus and Sirius. Sirius is the name of a constellation. And Remus is a werewolf.
Yeah, okay, got it. I was like, who?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I agree.
Them in Hogwarts works, them out of Hogwarts does not work.
Yeah, I agree. I think they definitely were a little gay for each other while they were at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's believable.
But the Marauders, no way that all of them were straight.
No, they were all a little gay for each other. It's okay. That happens.
Yeah, James was gay for Sirius. Sirius was gay for James and Remus.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
And then there was Peter.
Why do you think we never saw Sirius with a lady?
Yeah. Remus is bi.
Oh yeah, for sure. Big.
And Tonks is bi as well.
Oh yeah, it's like that song. Well, to be honest, I'm a hetero guy. And I really try to be a good ally. Yeah.
Bi.
I'll tell you why. Because I love my wife, and my wife is bi.
Bi.
Wife. Energy. Yeah, that song. That's exactly them. They both radiate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to think of any other ships I have in Harry Potter that are gay.
I'm trying to think. I know it probably wouldn't work, but just for giggles, I kind of would like to see what would happen if Ginny and Cho got together.
You see, there is a Ginny gay relationship that isn't with Cho, but it's with another Ravenclaw.
Oh, is it with Luna?
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
Lenny.
No, I don't like it.
That's their shit name is Lenny.
Mm-mm. I mean, the name is fine. It's just I don't think that's a good mix. I don't think that would be
them
good.
Them in the books work better for it than the movies, I will admit.
I think movie Cho and movie Ginny would be very interesting together.
Can you imagine
the chaos? They would just be like
Lavender Brown and Pavarti, two Gryffindor ladies.
Yeah, that would work.
Could work because they're always around each other, and they're both like divination and like astrology hardcore.
I think that'd be very fun. I think they'd be very cottagecore, and I'm here.
Oh yeah, those two would be definite cottagecore lesbians.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Trying to think of any. I mean, Charlie Weasley's asexual.
Oh duh, he's married to dragons. People are like, when are you gonna get married? He's like, I'm not. I'm married to dragons.
Yeah, Molly's like, when are you gonna get married? He's like, I'm married to dragons. What are you talking about?
I'm married to my work. Excuse me, mother. And she's like, oh, when are you gonna give me grandchildren? And he comes home with like three baby dragons.
Home with Nobert, whatever Hagrid's.
Yes. He's like, here you go. Here's your grandchild. And she's like, what is this?
Gay Harry Potter ship does not work, and it's the only canon one, which makes me mad. Dumbledore and Grindelwald.
Oh, yeah. What?
Why
No.
is that the only canon gay ship?
Yeah, absolutely no. That one does not work at all. That one upsets me. You know what else upsets me?
What?
That they took Johnny Depp off of the new movie.
Same.
Yeah, I'm very upset about that.
Same.
Yep.
And that's our opinions, and we're not going to go into further detail.
Nope. I'm just very upset about it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any others. I know in the Hogwarts I'm going to start that over again. The Hogwarts mystery game that exists. I know that you can choose your character that you play in game. What relationship they're in the fourth year when they go to the ball. So it could be a gay relationship or straight.
Cool. That's cool. I thought of another one. Hagrid is also ace.
Yes.
He's also married to his animals.
That I don't agree with at all, but I will say.
Go for it.
People ship Percy Weasley and, do you want to guess the other?
I have no idea.
Oliver Wood, who is the Quidditch captain in the first year.
No! No!
I'm sorry, Oliver Wood is Poe Dameron.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oliver Wood is exactly Poe Dameron. No.
And Percy would be so annoyed with him.
Yes. Oh my
gosh,
no.
They were roommates. Like, can you imagine them being roommates together?
And they were roommates.
Shut up. You know what I meant.
And they were roommates. I'm sorry, I can't turn off the Vine quoting part of my brain. Emma's like, she's like trying to recenter herself. She's like, Gabby, you piss me off so much.
I thought of another character that sometimes people say is LGBTQ. Yes. Cottagecore lesbian is Professor Sprout.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Possibly Mama Minnie.
The Quidditch person. Madam Hooch.
Yes. Oh, yes. There we go. That's a good amount.
Yes.
Yes. Professor Sprout for sure, though. I love Professor Sprout.
I
dude.
do too.
She's fantastic.
We get like more of her in the Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery game.
Yes.
Especially if you play Hufflepuff, which I do because I'm Hufflepuff.
You're a Hufflepuff, yeah.
You also get a lot of Flitwick, even if you're any house.
Yeah, I remember I played it a little bit, I think.
Okay. I do not like the villain girl, the Slytherin girl.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't like
right
her.
One. I remember playing it a number of years ago in high school, and this is the one. That's the right one I'm thinking about, right? It came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, here.
Or 3 or 4 years ago, actually. Now.
Oh, jeez, it's old. I don't like that.
But I think I know. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah.
They also made Harry Potter Pokemon Go.
I played that for a little bit. I didn't like it.
I didn't either.
I liked I liked Pokemon Go better. It's by the same company though, but I don't like the Harry Potter one.
The Harry Potter one was just okay. Though playing the Harry Potter one at my college university was great because the dorm rooms were like the energy stops where you could get more stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
So like every 5 minutes I was getting more stuff and cheating the system.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I playing the mystery game. I was like, I want to be I had like main character syndrome. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to be a Gryffindor because I want to be the main character.
I'm so like, no, my girl's a Hufflepuff. I love the best friend though because the best friend who is like very Ravenclaw.
Mm-hmm.
They put you in the same house. Like they put her in the same house as you.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a very Ravenclaw Hufflepuff.
I love that.
I play it, and I love it so much.
But they should have just
that's
made her a
not
Ravenclaw.
a common pairing.
No, it's not at all.
Because
I think
they're the.
So I think we should wrap this up.
Okay.
I think we have sufficiently talked about a lot of things.
Harry
I think
Potter ships.
Yeah, this is just gonna be a little short episode. It's okay. It'll be just a little short. Yeah. And I'm gonna start writing the notes as soon as I'm done because I'm so excited.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Fan Fatales. Gabby, would you like to tell our lovely audience what we're going to be chatting about next week?
Yes, and I'm so excited, you guys. I'm going to be giving Emma a crash course in D&D. I'm so excited. Yeah, so we're going to create her first character, and I'm going to teach her all about, like, all of the basics, and it's going to be so exciting. Yes. So tune in for that next week.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so excited. And remember to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcast. We are now on Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. And we are also on YouTube with our video form. Hey, video people.
Hey, video people. Please leave us a review and comment down below to tell us what you think of the show. And remember to follow us on Instagram at FanFatalesPod for the latest updates and to possibly be featured in a future episode. Now, Emma, where can the people find you on social media?
So my Instagram and TikTok are both Snippy Emma, SNIPPYEMMA. What about you, Gabby?
I'm at Gaby Gent on Instagram, TikTok, and now Twitter. So that's going to be GABYJENT.
Our music is by our amazing friend Maddie Macon.
And our editing is by the amazing and wonderful Kara Linsmeyer.
Woo! As always, thank you for tuning in. Bye!
Bye!